Hello, I'm Dave. Welcome to my Technical Notes channel. In Tech Note 97 I'm looking at the new LOLIN D32 board, which is the replacement for the LOLIN 32 board, now obsolete. Here's the LOLIN 32 board. Outwardly the two boards are identical. To all intents and purposes identical. The connector, the battery connector, is rotated 90 degrees. Pinouts are different, but overall apparently largely the same board. I say apparently largely the same board. It's not until there's a closer examination that you notice the number of ground pins has been reduced by 3. The 3.3 volt pins has been reduced by 2, so just now 1 available. There's still access to the USB or 5 volt line, but now there's access to the regulator enable pin and also access to the battery voltage, and there's the addition of that extra mounting hole, which if you're mounting horizontally makes the board mounting much more stable. Further examination of the circuit schematic reveals that an additional voltage divider has been added to the board. So top right there is now 2 series resistors of 100k each, so thereby dividing the battery voltage in 2. So if it's 4.2 volts becomes 2.1 volts. That then is wired over to on the PCB over to GPIO 35. So now you can measure battery voltage with no external wiring. Also included is a pin that's connected to the regulator enable, so that you can disable the onboard regulator and thereby supply power externally. Doing so enables a much more efficient power supply arrangement to be provided to the board. Both of these changes are strange because Wemos doesn't actively advertise the changes. Here I've included a function that demonstrates how you can measure battery voltage in your sketch. So the dotted box down there denotes the function, a function that returns battery voltage. So float, read battery voltage, return analog read, GPIO 35 pin, divide it by 4096 because that's the range of the ADC conversion, and then multiply it by a constant, and that gives you a nice, reasonably accurate, certainly to 2 decimal places, reading of battery voltage. In terms of power consumption, I've run by the benchmark I used on one of my earlier videos of comparing the 5 boards. Well, here's the 6th board now. The LOLIN D32 consumes about 22% less power than its predecessor, the LOLIN 32. It's getting very close to the DFR robot Fire Beetle. In fact, it matches that in normal operation, and the sleep current is marginally higher. You probably wouldn't notice it in real world usage. In summary then, the new brand name is starting to appear, LOLIN. It's called the D32 board. The addition of that battery monitoring facility is a useful, welcome add-on. No more external wiring required. Access to that regulator enable pin enables you to disable the onboard regulator and provide your own power. The 22% reduction in power is a welcome change for any board, especially when you're using it for battery powered application, and it's another evolutionary rather than revolutionary design change, which I think is an excellent engineering approach. So overall I think it's a very good board. As technical note, interesting and useful.